Alright, so game 2. Yo versus Mythos. Game 1 was actually really close. But in the end, Yo just couldn't guard. Even if that critical hadn't appeared, the chances of him being able to guard were really low. I mean, that draw trigger would have helped. But it would have depended on what he drew. Because he would have had to guard 26 with a 15k Vanguard. First attack of the match hits, no trigger appears, so let's see what's gonna happen. Akane. By the way, Yo missed a chain again. I just realized that. And he healed the 1 damage he got. I feel like the Sanctuary of Light deck, it's really hard to get off its engine if you don't have the chain, because getting all of those Planetary of Light cards from hand is it doesn't look easy from here. And there goes the grade 3, no Planetal Dragon, or at least one less, and Blaster Blade in the second one. If it were me, I probably would have just given him 1 damage and ended the turn. But it doesn't matter because he didn't have Planetal Dragon in hand. He just rolled Brightness Dragon. The only reason I would do it that way personally is just to prevent him from doing a Counterblast 2 by riding Planetal. Didn't really think of Akane in that situation, but she appeared. And then Akane can attack as well for 12. I would not have done that. Then again, I'm not a Kagero player. He might just need his field, you know. Calls Conroy. This time Conroy can't be retired in the early game like he was in game 1 because Yo has no ability to ride Blaster Blade. Yo perfect guards that, just in case. But that means a perfect guard got taken out before Rebirth even appeared, which is really good for Mythos. And that gets into 3 damage. Is he gonna go for the 4th? Yes, he is. Is Yo gonna accept the 4th? No, he's not. I can't even say what would have been the right choice to do there, because going to 4 damage this early would be pretty bad. Right now the fields are pretty much identical. That's a 17 at the Vanguard. Mythos doesn't guard. A trigger is the only way that that starter is going to hit anything. And there's a critical. I started saying critical, then I just said a trigger. It's like I knew a critical was about to happen. And Mythos gave the power to Burning Horn. Sorry, I forgot that name for a minute there. Because Mythos doesn't really care about getting the 5th damage. He didn't give the power to Planet Lancer, which I guess isn't that hard to believe or hard to understand. Well, it's not that hard to understand because it did happen. So Conroy gets him a perfect guard, so he has a perfect guard for next turn. And he's going 21 at the rear guard. And a draw trigger. Now he can counterblast one, drop one, and stand the Vanguard to attack again. And he is. Yoda's in guard and gets a critical. And the second one is Overlord. Which means Mythos can do it again next turn if he damn well pleases. And Yo has to guard this. Both of them. And that one's hitting for 20, so it needs another 10k guard. So Yo is actually in trouble because of hand difference. The chances of him hitting this turn, even if he were to do Brightness Dragon's Limit Break, are kind of low. His Limit Break is Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 2, and give 3 Royal Paladins 5,000 power. So basically Soul Saver that you can do whenever you want, except instead of just on ride. And instead of the hefty Soul Blast 5, it's a Soul Blast 2, but you have to Counterblast as well. Plus it's Limit Break. So Limit Break to -1 from the cost, and then then instead of Soul Blast 4, it is Counterblast and Soul Blast. He guards for Burning Horn. He perfect guards the Vanguard. And Yo double triggers. Mythos has guard, but that's still annoying because it's gonna make the next turn more difficult for Mythos. Not to mention he adds a perfect guard again to not have to drop his entire hand. And he rides the other Overlord. And he filled his field. Kills the intercept first. First check. And second is Rebirth. If I was him, I'd kind of discard Rebirth. Nope, he wants to keep it. Perfect guard for the Vanguard. And a critical appears. Oh, that's a Burning Horn on the right. And then a draw trigger. Even more to Burning Horn on the right. So Yo's gonna have to drop some massive hand in order to guard that. And I call that massive hand because he doesn't have much. And then Mythos goes for the rear instead of the Vanguard. No need to give him 2 Counterblast to do that ability again. Well, he doesn't have Soul, but he could always ride Planetl. Counterblast 2, call out a unit from the deck, and then, yeah. It's good to limit those as much as possible. That's 20 at the Vanguard, so Mythos is going to just no pass that because he can. He can do it, he can afford it, so why not? Also, Mythos does have, if Mythos rides Rebirth, he can't do the restand for Dragonic Overlord, but he will still be able to attack 31k to the Vanguard twice. He'll be able to attack 33k to the Vanguard twice. Nope, he rides it and he's just gonna attack the rear. And he gets a critical. And he's deciding what to do with it and decides all Vanguard. And that power isn't going away. He's trying to readjust it. At first he was gonna just all Vanguard, and then he just decided, no, we're not gonna do it that way. It gets perfect guarded, so he didn't make the wrong choice. And that's 2 more perfect guards, so this version doesn't have any quintets. That's 17 at the Vanguard. Yo has to guard it. And then he's probably gonna take this one. The chances of Yo making it through the next turn are actually kind of slim. It's not impossible for him, but they're slim. Because he has to call units in order to even have a chance at hitting. Mythos got 2 perfect guards, so he can guard 2 attacks. The only chance he has to even try to make it through is with 3 battles. But at the same time, if he tries to commit to doing that, then he'll have no field. I mean, he'll have no hand to defend himself. He can't afford to not have hand to defend himself. And that's why he's thinking really carefully about what to do. So he gets 2 attacks from this. This one's probably going to be perfect guarded. Nope. He's just going to no pass. He's just going to never pass it. Not even no pass. That was a never pass. And now that's 20 at the Vanguard. At this point, Yo has to guard at least 10k for all 3. Just to even have a chance at living. Well, he drops to 10k, so he's 1 passing. And Mythos got the 1. For him to do that means that he felt like he could have done it. And the last one is not a heal. He only had 1 heal left in deck. That's why I checked the drop zone. And he didn't get it. So that's good game. Next, the final match, potentially final match, will be Mythos versus Akira. If Mythos doesn't win, CC versus Akira. So either way, the war should end today.